Have you ever met someone who isn't the richest person in the room, isn't the most attractive, and doesn't have a perfect life, yet they always seem genuinely happy? It's almost confusing. While everyone else is stressed, comparing themselves to others and chasing the next achievement, these people seem calm, they laugh more, they worry less, and somehow they enjoy life far more than everyone around them. So what's their secret? The answer isn't luck. It isn't having more money. It isn't finding the perfect relationship. Psychologists have spent decades studying happiness, and one surprising pattern keeps appearing. The happiest people don't necessarily have better lives, they simply think differently and practice a few habits that most people completely ignore. Today, we're going to explore 7 powerful psychological habits that separate genuinely happy people from everyone else. Some of these habits may surprise you, and if you stay until the end, you'll discover the one habit that psychologists believe has the biggest impact on long-term happiness. Let's begin. Habit number 1, they stop waiting for life to begin. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that happiness is something they earn in the future. I'll be happy when I get promoted. I'll be happy when I find the right partner. I'll be happy when I make more money. At first, this sounds reasonable, but psychology tells us something different. The human brain quickly adapts to positive changes. What once felt exciting soon becomes normal. This is known as hedonic adaptation, the tendency to return to our usual level of happiness after positive or negative life events. That means the dream job eventually becomes just another job. The new house becomes just another house. Even a long-awaited relationship becomes part of everyday life. People who are genuinely happy understand this. They don't postpone their happiness until some future milestone. Instead, they find meaning in ordinary moments. They enjoy a quiet morning coffee, a conversation with a friend, a walk outside, the feeling of finishing something they started. These moments may seem small, but together they shape the quality of a person's life because happiness isn't a destination, it's a way of experiencing the journey. Habit number 2, they stop comparing their lives to everyone else's. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to destroy happiness. Today, it's easier than ever to compare ourselves with others. Someone is making more money, someone looks younger, someone travels more, someone seems to have the perfect relationship. But here's what most people forget. You're comparing your real life to someone else's highlight reel. Social media rarely shows loneliness, anxiety, financial struggles, arguments, or sleepless nights. It shows carefully selected moments. Happy people understand this. Instead of asking, why is someone else ahead of me? They ask a much healthier question. Am I becoming a better version of myself than I was yesterday? That small shift changes everything because the only meaningful competition is with the person you were yesterday. When you stop measuring your worth against strangers, something incredible happens. Your mind becomes quieter, your confidence grows, and you finally have the mental energy to build a life that actually makes you happy, not one designed to impress everyone else. Habit number 3, they know how to say no. Many people believe that being kind means saying yes to everyone. Yes to extra work, yes to favors they don't have time for, yes to relationships that drain them, yes to responsibilities that don't belong to them. At first, it feels like the right thing to do, but over time, constantly saying yes comes at a price. You become exhausted, resentful, emotionally overwhelmed. Truly happy people understand something that many never learn. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't matter, you're saying no to something that does. To your peace, to your health, to your family, to your dreams. They don't say no because they're selfish. They say no because they respect their time, energy, and emotional well-being. Healthy boundaries don't push good people away. They push away unhealthy expectations, and that creates space for a happier, more balanced life. Habit number 4, they let go of what they can't control. Think about how much energy people waste every single day worrying about things they cannot change, what someone thinks about them, a mistake they made years ago, the future, the economy, other people's choices, the weather, the past. None of these things are fully under our control, yet many people allow them to dominate their thoughts. Happy people choose a different approach. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? They ask, what can I actually do about it? If they can take action, they do. If they can't, they stop feeding the worry. This doesn't mean they never feel anxious or disappointed. It means they refuse to let uncontrollable circumstances steal today's peace. One of the greatest psychological shifts you can make is learning to separate what you can influence from what you simply have to accept. Because peace doesn't come from controlling everything. It comes from knowing what deserves your attention and what doesn't. Habit number 5, they invest in meaningful relationships. If researchers have learned one thing about happiness, it's this: the quality of your relationships has a profound impact on the quality of your life. Not the number of followers you have, not the size of your bank account, not your job title. People who are truly happy make time for the people who genuinely care about them. They call their parents, they check in on friends, they have honest conversations, they listen without constantly looking at their phones. Because real connection isn't built through endless scrolling, it's built through presence. Years from now, very few people will remember how many emails they answered or how many hours they spent working. But they'll remember who was there for them when life became difficult. The happiest people understand that relationships are not a distraction from life, they are life. Habit number 6, they practice gratitude, even on difficult days. Gratitude doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It doesn't mean ignoring pain or disappointment. It simply means choosing to notice what is still good, even when life feels difficult. Most people train their brains to look for problems. Happy people train their brains to notice opportunities, progress, kindness, and small moments of joy. Maybe it's a peaceful morning, a kind message, good health, a lesson learned from failure. These moments are easy to overlook, but they have the power to change your perspective. The more you focus on what you already have, the less your happiness depends on what you don't. Habit number 7, they stop chasing perfection. Perhaps the greatest difference between happy people and everyone else is this: they've made peace with being imperfect. They know they'll make mistakes. They know they'll fail sometimes. They know not everyone will like them, and they're okay with that. Perfection is an impossible standard. The more you chase it, the more anxious, exhausted, and disappointed you become. Happy people don't wait until they're perfect to enjoy their lives. They celebrate progress instead of perfection. They learn from failure instead of being defined by it. And they understand that confidence isn't about never falling. It's about trusting yourself to get back up every time you do. So, what do people who seem happier than almost everyone else have in common? They don't have perfect lives. They've simply developed healthier ways of thinking. They stop waiting for happiness. They stop comparing themselves to others. They protect their peace with healthy boundaries. They let go of what they can't control. They invest in real relationships. They practice gratitude. And they embrace progress instead of perfection. None of these habits will change your life overnight. But if you start practicing even one of them today, you may be surprised by how different your life feels a year from now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments. Which of these 7 habits do you think will make the biggest difference in your own life? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.